Hey y'all, it's Clairvoyant Jess here for Thankful Thursday. I'm going to try to do something different. We're going to hope it works because I was actually wanting to share and let anyone that possibly had not seen the post earlier get a chance to look at the cards that were being shown for the day. So I'm going to do a little present button so that those that have not actually seen the cards for the day and still want to actually be able to join in for Thankful Thursday's message, I'm going to share that over and see what we can do. So we're just going to say if it'll actually, there we go. And then allow. All right, so here you go. That's the three choices for today. Take a second and look at them. See which one you think you're drawn to, and you think is the one that is the most, I guess, calling to you. So 1, 2, or 3. So we're going to go ahead and read each one. You need to pause this and just take a second just to make that decision. Then go ahead and do so. I'm going to stop sharing that at this point and go ahead and give everybody the messages for today. So we are using my butterfly oracles for today. And so deck number one, the first card that you got, this one right here. So you've got one, and I don't know if I can read that real well or not, but that's the one that you got. And it says body changes. So there's possibly some things that are going on within your body, whether it be spiritually, physically, emotionally, but there has been things that are going on that are feeling a little shook up for you right now. Possibly feeling just things are not exactly how they used to be. And I'm just being told to tell you to embrace that and be okay with that. Don't fight it. Okay. And the next card that I get for you is going to be this one right here, which is grief work. Okay. Grief work is I don't think we really have to go into this one, but really honestly, I guess we do. So grief work, just know that it's okay to grieve. Recognize that grief is a part of life, whether it be that you're grieving the loss of someone or something, or you are just grieving the transitions of life. Just know that if you try to suppress those emotions and you don't truly actually work through that process, then you're not honoring yourself. You're not honoring, that your spirit and trying to make sure that you're okay. So don't try to repress the emotions and the feelings that you have within inside yourself. Now, the third one is this one right here, and it says parental care. Now, I always have seen the card with parental care as a twofold. You either are a parent, and this is reminding you that you need to care for yourself. Or you have an aging parent, and you're having to step into a different role with them. More often than not, though, it's the parents that is the first one. It's the parents that are not actually caring for themselves. They spend so much time taking care of everyone else or trying to take care of everything else, and then they forget that they actually need to take care of themselves. Recognizing that self-care isn't selfish. Remembering also that it's super important to take care of yourself because you cannot actually fill from an empty cup. So take the time to take care of you. Stepping back sometimes helps you to step forward. And that was the message that I was really hearing very clearly for you. Sometimes we always try to push and push and push further and push harder, and it's not really what we need to be doing. We need to take that step back and make sure that we're taking care of ourselves and honoring our emotions and what we need. I hope that actually was the message that you needed for this week. And now the deck 2. So if you chose number 2, number 2 is we've got this one as the first one, which is all about spiritual growth. Definitely with the recent lunar eclipse and some of the different planetary alignments that are going on right now, probably feeling a lot of spiritual energy. But for people that chose this deck or this number, you're definitely feeling it at a heightened sense. Embrace that, accept it. Just remember it's a journey. It's not a race. So growth is going to happen, and it's just going to happen in the way that it needs to happen. It's not something that you actually need to push or try to force. Now, the next one is this one right here. And it says seeking and finding. You've been seeking answers. You've been looking for, your spiritual path. You've been trying to understand the direction of what is calling you to do. I'm being guided to tell y'all that just understand that you will always see what you seek, and you'll always find what you're looking for. It doesn't mean it's what you're supposed to, but it's what you're focused so intently on that that's what you're seeing. Okay, so just recognizing that your spiritual path and your spiritual journey will sometimes bring you a lot of twists and turns. Don't turn everything into a synchronicity. Not everything is a freaking sign. Now, the third card for this one is called Healing from the Past. And I think that everybody has things that we have to heal. I think that we all have things in parts of our past that we have to actually work through and heal. Understand that it's like layers to an onion. It's not something that can be done overnight, and there is no magic wand to get rid of all the shit, okay? Embrace the fact that if you have stuff that you need to heal, work through healing each one of those things. Again, it's all a part of a journey. It's not a part of a race. You can't jump past any of it. Trust me, I tried. It did not work. It didn't work, and I was really pissed, and there's a whole process to that whole situation. But I could go into a long tangent about it, but y'all don't want to hear that. So just wanted to at least say, don't think that you can actually jump past the pain. Don't think you can jump past the shit that you've been burying through life. Just face it and do your shadow work and work through it. Now, if there's anything that I guess that you're holding on to and you're really struggling with releasing, then please feel free to reach out. I would love to help you. I do work very specifically with trauma healing. So, all right, number 3. So if you had deck number 3, I love this one. Isn't it so pretty? I just love the colors of it. But the message is forgiveness. Forgiveness is so important. Forgiving people that have hurt us, forgiving people, or forgiving, ourselves and the things that we have done, whether it was intentional or unintentional. Understanding that we are all human and we are here for a human experience. That we have to be able to forgive ourselves. We have to be able to forgive others. Not for anything, not so that for them, but for us. So that you can release that burden, so that you can release that pain. It is a part of your own healing process. And it is definitely a major step and sign of growth when you can step into places of forgiveness, especially in people that you wouldn't think that you would want to forgive or need to heal from that relationship. So relationship dynamics is the next one. With relationship dynamics, this is they're saying to me at this point to just remember that relationships are a give and take. If you're ever feeling like it's a one-sided relationship, or you feel like you're putting more into the relationship than you're getting out of the relationship, then you may want to reassess the relationship's dynamics. If it's feeling unequally yoked, then you need to kind of step back and think about things. Now, I think that everybody always says, well, they just took so much from me, or they did so much to me. Nobody did shit to you. You allowed. And that sucks. Trust me, and there ain't nothing that you can't bring in front of me that we can't say. It just, there was something that we did, that was a part that we played. Something that we allowed, something that we let come into a situation. We do. We put there's some way that we step into that position, and it's not an easy thing to get to that place. Look, I am a survivor of domestic abuse. I have been through the ringer with a bunch of shit in my life. There's not much that I can't say that I can understand, empathize, or actually recognize that you have been through. So just understanding that we have to go ahead and forgive ourselves, forgive the other person. And if the dynamics in a relationship are no longer serving you, do some emotional inventory. Raise your rent, step out of the space. All right, now the last one. This one says religion and spirituality. When I see the one that says religion and spirituality, this does a lot to me because it tells me that you're generally having a crisis of faith. Well, if it's not a crisis of faith, you're trying to understand what your faith or what your belief is. You're struggling with, is it religion? Is it spirituality? What is it that I believe? Look, here's the thing. It doesn't have to make sense to anybody but you. It doesn't have to be confined into a box. And you don't have to explain it to anybody else because it's yours. It's your relationship. It's your spirituality. It's your journey. So just understand that that it doesn't have to fit into the box that maybe everybody else's fits into, and you don't have to actually make it look or feel like anything but what feels right to you. I hope that this has made sense for each one of you and for the choices that you made. I hope that it has touched you in some way and kind of given you some sort of, I guess, hope or guidance and helped you kind of know what direction that you needed to take for the week or for the next little bit. We obviously know I'll be back next Thursday for Thankful Thursday next week. So if you would please drop a comment and tell me, how you felt about it. I really do enjoy reading the comments. I really do enjoy getting the different messages from each and every one of you. It really does keep me going. So I will. I love to do these, and it's just kind of a way that I want to make sure to connect with each and every one of you. If you're needing some further guidance, then please feel free to reach out at clairvoyantjust.com or on my Facebook page, Clairvoyant Just, and you can hit the Book Now tab. And I would love to have a session with you and see what I can do to help you. So y'all have a great week. Be blessed.